Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. It's Xdad. Here we have Rise of Insanity. Came out March 2018 by Red Limb Studios. Another scary game for our Friday series. We want to finish out August strong with a story. September, we're going to be testing out and trying a lot of different demos for possible future series as we get closer to the spooky season in quarter 4, when we'll get a lot of game releases, including scary games. So let's jump right into this. Game contains frightening scenes and sudden increase of tension. People with a weak heart and episodic problems are advised not to play. Officers do not take responsibility for yada yada. And neither do I.
Keep calm. Relax. And calm down. Calm all your senses. My name is Dr. Stephen Down.
I wonder if we really need to pay attention to these names. Make sure.
Disorders started to get out of control. You ceased to behave normally, and disturbing thoughts took control of you. You will undergo my original therapy. I will show you the film I created. At the end, you will tell me what feelings you have while watching it, and if you saw anything worrying.
Okay, so we're in the insane asylum. Burris, cocoon, bear. Can't see what that is. See a lot of birds, and I see predators. It's kind of freaky. An eyeball, fire, tombstones upside down. I did adjust the volume already, so sorry about that if that was very loud. Alright, is this us coming too? It looks like we're the therapists. We're on the desk side. Alright.
The patient's data. Edward, 41 years old, day September 1st. I know Edward as far back as I remember. He worked as a gardener in our neighborhood. From the preliminary interview, I got to know that he suffers from a dream disorder. He has constant nightmares and can't sleep well, as well as a memory disorder. Sometimes he doesn't remember what happened a couple of days or hours ago.
Okay, so you got amnesia.
I have some suspicions connected with his case, but it's too early for the detailed diagnosis.
Okay. The patient, Edward. Preliminary interview, initial diagnosis, test a new therapy, waiting for results. Okay. Won't let us look in there. Alright, now how do I get up? Oh, no, never mind, we're good. Let's take a look around. Ink blot, what do you see? I see a bunch of black smudges. Kind of thought it was kind of like a bat, you know, with the wings at first, and then maybe you could see like eyes in between there. I don't know if you're therapists out there. Is there something wrong with me if that's what I see in that thing? Just black smudges. I mean, I guess it's symmetrical. I guess they equal each side, but okay, red ball. We're checking everything here. Eyes marked out, burnt out. Well, we saw fire in there and a bunch of flames. So my guess is something to do with fire. We're definitely going to inspect this room first. Okay, not letting us. Now, apparently when I started this game, you can play this on VR. I had a couple VR options, which I thought was pretty neat. Duck. There's no burns on the duck, you know, so that may not be related. I mean, it does look like a woman and child. Now, we've played a lot of these scary stories on the channel, and even before they don't even have on the channel. The Breed and Birds Taxidermy. On your 5th birthday, happy birthday, Stephen, Dad. Breeding birds and bird taxidermy. All the best on your 7th birthday. Happy birthday, Stephen. Oh, I guess this is 7. In some old English writing. Okay. Alright, well, I think we are good. Let's head out. No idea what this story is going to be, but it seems like we are in the doctor's chair. So, but we were coming out of the daze. So, are we the therapist, or is this part of the therapist's therapy? That's what I'm thinking when I was talking about knowing stories. Another toy. Now this one looks a little charred. I guess there's a fire. Mine couldn't cope with the loss of wife and son, so we started going crazy. Okay, it lets me open it, but it won't let me select anything in there. Dr. Adele launches his new experimental treatment method. Specialization will provide advanced training, including skill relevant to health, premonition, and distance. All right, I can't quite surprise the connectors of 4 different diseases to people. Prohibit, we'll go with them. Are there problems? We'll go with them. Okay, well, it doesn't really tell us, so we're going to move on. Do not cross crime scene. My question is that our office? We've played, like I was talking about, we played these games enough to where, you know, the twist. Well, that's creepy. I hear the TV or radio. Won't let me turn it off. It's also a crime scene. Okay, so it's upstairs in the room. We can't jump over that. Well, it looks like everything's a crime scene.
The family's tragedy. A mother and child were murdered, and the violator was...
We're the violator, aren't we? I bet you we are. Glass broken. Police line. So it's like this whole place is locked down. This therapy, I guess, is testing us. Oh, we can look at this. Madness Symphony. Is that what's playing right now? Alright, let's check this out. Dear Mrs. Dow, I would like to remind you that you gave me a free hand in the development of one part of the garden. Therefore, my decision was to mainly plant dahlias. I have accentuated them with clematis flowers. I surrounded everything with white poppies. You'll be delighted, Edward. So we're just going to continue to look around, see what we can pick up. Nothing. Okay, we kind of sprint a little bit. TV. Alright, let's move on. Flies, rotted fruits. It's been a while.
Please turn off the TV. It's going to be stormy.
Okay, so that was us. And this is to resemble our house, I guess. Where's the phone?
Am I talking with Dr. Stephen Dowell?
It is nothing certain. Please come to the morgue for identification purposes.
Patient Edward, 41. Day, September 11th. Patient has told me about his dreams where he tries to murder his wife and child.
Uh-oh.
As far as he said before, he's a bachelor, and he hasn't said anything about children. It could be some traumatic memory from his childhood. I have to get to know about it during our next meeting. It is a harder case than I expected, Some symptoms indicate that the patient can possess multiple personality.
Okay, starting to
But
make sense.
these are only suspicions. I have to ask my friend, Abraham.
Are we the doctor doing the therapy? And yeah, see, I have all these theories. Dear Abraham, I apologize for not having written so long. I was occupied with family and work matters and did not have enough time. I trust that you are okay. How is your wife, Bertha? I wonder if there's like an anagram to where Bertha is the wife. It's a different name for the wife, but I currently have a case with a certain patient, Edward S. something. Okay, he is 41 years old. He is reporting problems with sleeping and memory. I notice he's seeing minor tics. There are times when he suddenly and strangely moves the small finger of his left hand. He told me about a nightmare that has been haunting him for some time. It is the only dream that he is able to remember. He told me he attempted to kill his wife and child in that dream. However, he was not able to do it. He constantly wakes up before the very end. It is very strange because Edward is actually a bachelor and does not have any children. What do you think of this? My assumption is that these are beginnings of schizophrenia or multiple personality disorder. However, you are the one with more experience in psychopathology. Okay, so he's a psychopath. Oh, could have done that. Would have been easier to read. Very interesting because that means, depending on how many personalities, we could both be the doctor. One of our personalities is the doctor trying to heal himself, and the other personality. And then that personality has another personality that is murderous. You know? So let's see what we can figure it out here. Well, we don't really need, it's not let's pick up anything in there. So, what is this? Let's see, web's there. Mother and 7-year-old son murdered. 99 cents. Neverwhere Town. Vision can be seen. Alright, we're just looking back there. We're trying to find it. So far, I'm really liking the story where this is going. It's almost like I'm trying to spoil the twist or ending, but I don't know if that is the ending or twist. We are just, okay, we can't go up the stairs. That was our office. Won't let us in there. And there's a dead body that's obviously been there for a while. It's got bugs flying all over it. Alright, I guess we go in the elevator. Very interesting. There's a crime scene everywhere. Didn't say the last name. Okay, we know the doctor is Dow. Stephen was asking help. Stephen Dow was asking help from Abraham. And whoop, gotta open both. Now this doesn't look right. And then whoa, you see that mist back there? It's tough because this light's kind of bright. If you all don't mind, I'm gonna turn that down just a hair so I could see better. There's a bird, and another duck again. This looks like a nightmare. Alright, looks like we can go in there or there. A key to our heart is located where your journey began. Journey began in the sink. Now this train doesn't seem to have any burnt scarring on it. Obviously the sun's another splotch line. It's different than the last one we saw. I know that. And it's not symmetrical. You know, both sides aren't the same as the other one. Okay. A key to our hearts located where your journey began. Okay. I don't know where our journey began. We don't know any of this information. But very interesting. I like that the fact that they're pulling in a puzzle. This doesn't have any date. We obviously didn't give our wife a toy train as like an anniversary present or something. Okay, so we're clearly the patient. I mean, that's why we're seeing all this. So maybe they're not really trying to hide that kind of... That kind of got me. See if we can open it. Nope. You think the little clue would be back there? I guess we have to go back. The key to her heart is where your journey began. And it was 3 digits. Our journey wouldn't have began in... That got me. I got goosebumps. That didn't tell me nothing, though. That gave me chills. Is this going to tell me where our journey began? I thought this was the room we were in. Check eyesight, room 6. Alright, so I guess it was in that room, but we were already in there. Room 6 over here. Okay. $6.29. All right. We have to be a little more investigative when we're doing stuff. Otherwise, we could have just that killed some time. And I don't know if this is gonna be 1 episode or 2. If we can get it all in 1 and not be ridiculously long. But I want it to kind of be a shorter video. We got Labor Day coming up. And we got a lot of demos to play. Plus Fridays are going to switch for September for a little bit. My son is really into Roblox. And it's going to switch to some Roblox scary games on Fridays. Or no. That got me. On Fridays, and then we're gonna have scary games on Tuesdays. Anyway, 6:20. Eye check. Saw the puzzle. Parallel hospital. Okay, cool. Okay, so not cool. All right. Okay, dental records, no match. Can we see any names on this? We're trying to be detectives here. Oh, I got goosebumps. This thing fell over. Now I can't even go over there. I guess we gotta go back out. I'm hearing the cries, so I don't see her. Let me out. It's locked. It won't let me out. Now we're in a room full of birds and everything. Bury the bird. Okay, the bird is there. A shovel. Or is that supposed to be a candle? Oh, are we playing the bird now? We fly around? I don't know if I'm controlling it. Oh, yes I am. I am controlling it. I was going to let it run into the wall, but... So what, we have the personality, split personality with a bird? Is that one of our multiple personalities? That means it's got to be human, right? Kind of want to go up towards the light, but phone rang. Is that when he got the bad news? Finish the first level without being beat up. Okay.
Gain control over him, please.
Is he talking about the son? Gain control over him. Oh, this is where the intro thing was at. Oh, it's like it wouldn't let me walk any further. All right. These cherry blossoms, I can't tell. Or the white poppy or something, I don't know. Let's check this out. It looks like a little greenhouse. All right, so we need a key. I'm hearing a kid crying. There went a bird. That bird gave me goosebumps. How is that possible? Alright, so let's go around then. We'll do a little sprint action. Wouldn't let us in there, so I assume we have to go somewhere else first to get the key. There's a guy digging. I mean, clearly... Whoa! You just do that. You see me trying to dodge it in real life. I was trying to dodge it. That shovel. Whoa! Give me that key. There's the duck. We're going to squeeze the duck again. That duck keeps showing up everywhere. It's clearly our child's. I don't know if they got anything cool over here. Anything? Does he give us a little info? Just chopping up wood. Won't let us take anything else. Alright, let's go. I'm liking this game so far. It's pretty cool. I mean, it did have positive reviews. Very positive reviews. So, that's always a good indicator. Whoa! Don't know if that's slow motion jump scare worthy. That was... did show up out of nowhere.
Daddy, play with me.
Where are you? Your voice came from the right, but the ball came from the left. It won't let me kick it. I was going to kick it to my ghost son. Of course, is it, if you know, in your grief, you think it's one thing, it could be something else. Where is the border between a dream and reality? What is our life? Is it that what is dreamt, or that what we dream about? Tell me, dear Susan, what would you do if you couldn't sleep? Would you be able to take control over the dream that does not come but haunts you? Alright, so that's like a journal from Eddie. But he's saying Susan. The wife I thought was Bertha or something. Theodore Dow, age 7. Strangulation in sleep.
Daddy, why did you allow him?
Okay, so they know about a split personality. He's grief-stricken because his alternate personality... Whoa! Well, I heard you, but I don't see you now. Strangled her son. Let's answer this phone. Ooh, this is...
Daddy! Daddy! He's here. He's back.
So, okay, this is a clear case of multiple personality. We're clearly the one suffering. I think the game's not trying to hide that. Alright, well, hopefully we're not reliving what happened. Theodore is a very talented child. He is very calm and he has the character of a dreamer. The only thing that disturbs me is the shadowy shape, which often appears in his drawings. It's probably a character from a comic or something. Nothing to be worried about, Miss Johnson. Okay, the shadow creature is the dad's other personality. Clearly, right? Yeah, there's the shadow figure. Or is he being haunted by some kind of demon? I think it's pretty clear. We're in a psychologist's office. Yeah. Now, are we picturing that? Or was all this designed? Yeah, now the crossing's down. We're in the hospital, but they're making all this as a therapy session. My question is, are we giving therapy to ourselves? The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. Oh, great. Whoa! I had no idea where it was coming from, but that got me. Kind of jumped in my chair a little bit. Now what? We're back in here again? We need like a flashlight then, right? It's just going to get us again, right? The light shines in the darkness, and darkness has not overcome it. So we need a light. So we can't go in there. Let's just pick up a light. Won't let us pick up that one. So, can we get a flashlight or something? Alright, we have to find a lighter or something. Ooh, let's check this out. Here, Mr. I'm very pleased that you fancy my floral composition. I received your comments and further recommendations. I'll plant rhododendrons as per your wish. I will have to drive my car in front of the greenhouse to move the seedlings. Hope you do not mind, Edward. You say it Mrs. Dow, but it's Edward. Stephen Dow is the therapist. I think we just solved it. We need a lighter, please. Okay, we have to find missing fuses then. Alright, so we have to find some fuses to turn that light on. Okay, we're going to the basement, find fuses. Go figure. Alright, didn't bother me. We have to find fuses to put on there so then we can get through that one thing. Theodore. Oh, it's toy shield. I mean, clearly, but we're clearly in the asylum. This is like placed around and designed, right? So we're both a psychologist with multiple personalities. We're treating ourselves. That's got to be the twist here. The duck. Okay. Saw the symbols. It's all triangles in case that pops up somewhere. Left and right are in, up and down are up and down. Is that all we're supposed to find in here? That's a good drawing. Definitely likes birds. Either Steven or the... Whoop, now the rat's dead. Alright, we'll check that in a second. There's a lot going on over there. Definitely into birds and taxidermy. Got toys down here and everything. Can't see ourselves in the mirror. Seems to happen in these multiple personality games. Okay, so that's the only one we can look at. Dear Stephen, my wife is very well. As usual, let's move to the essence of the case. You should remember that we've had a similar case in the past. It was the case that you took active part in. We are overworked. You might have forgotten. I think that you should, with the use of suggestion, Help your patient to finish the dream. Hypnosis can be too invasive. Try to ask him about his past. Accepting traumatic events he has experienced could be the starting point in merging his different selves. Looking forward to your next letter. Okay, so this is basically what this is saying is it's asking wasn't working. And since it's on ourselves, I'm guessing. That's my theory. But even if it was to a patient, basically trying to get the patient to, even if they're not the ones who did the event in their personalities, but remembering it, that they did it. And then I guess it's a starting point for both personalities to merge into one. So then the one personality realizes they did it with the other personality. I still didn't find fuses down here. We need fuses. Oh, something else. Another ink blot. I don't know. A bull skull? That's what I'm guessing. If you cut off the bottom half, then maybe you could say, you know, some kind of skull. There they are. Nice. Some kind of let me guess, I can't get out of the steam until I turn it off. Because see, those faces could be the same. They're spread apart. I see some owls, some ravens. I just came back in here to look at pipes. There we go. Oh, and there's the arrows. Okay. Oh, that one was already right. If we're going off the white. Look at that. I'm liking these puzzles. They're not making them too difficult or too crazy. Because that would be a pain. Now let's put in the fuses. That means we now should be able to go right in here, back into our living room. Another tape.
Edward, 41. Taking some pieces of advice from my friend Abraham, I established that Eddie suffers from a very mild split personality disorder.
Very mild.
The
I don't
other
know.
personality hasn't shown yet, and hasn't
Because
taken
it's
him under
you.
control.
That's what I'm guessing.
There are only
I think I'm
problems
right,
with
though.
memory and mild tics. I have to think about the kind of therapy I will apply.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure mom, dad, and then his split personality, which seems to be a little evil. Or the split personality may not be evil, but is a psychopath and is having these dreams of killing the wife and all. So that was coffee. I'm just looking to see, make sure there's not any other little... Phone's out here, isn't it? Yep. This is good, though.
Hello? Steven? Are you here? Steven? It's Eddie.
It's gotta be. I gotta be right. It's gotta be. Clowns?
Daddy, I'm lost. It was so sad. I lost my figurines. Please find them for me.
Okay, that was like a demon voice. One of these personalities is getting tormented. Trying to see what that picture is. Sorry, I gotta light my face. Okay. I don't know if that's the figurine you want. We'll take it. Found one of them figurines. This is good. I am liking this. Okay, we have a couple pictures. There's another ink blot. What do y'all see? At least this one matches on both sides. You know, a couple of them are like off. Question is, who's who? I mean, we're going through this. Are we going through this as the Doctor or the split personality? Sad-faced son and the Raven. You can hear the buzz of the lights. Sound design is pretty good. It's pretty good. That was the only figurine I saw, and it wouldn't let us look at the picture, so it is what it is. We're going to a different block. This is 0. Oh, okay. It's going on its own. That's back to normal. That door is no longer open that I had opened. We're just coming back here to see if there's anything new.
Patient Eddie, 41. Day. Having acquainted with the traumatic Eddie's past life, violence in the family, and pathology, I've decided that I will use a less invasive method of treatment.
Okay.
We can handle without hypnosis. The confrontation with the past and dreams, connected with some mild anxiolytics, should be enough. I think that finishing the dream, so killing the wife and child, can join his split selves.
Okay, so he's diagnosed
All we
it.
need to do is wait and observe.
I'm not going to... Something's moving out there. Dear Stephen, analyzing your previous letters and observations, I believe that the problem is connected with probably Stephen. Please, give it some more thought. I'm worried about you and your family. When I come back from, I'll visit you and we will talk. P.S. Send your wife and child someplace. Make sure they are safe. See, it looks like it starts with an S. So it's like Eddie and Stephen. Like, so we are. I mean, obviously we're going to find out, but clearly... Okay, it just lets us open, but no connection to nothing. Heard something out here squeaking. Was there something on the... Oh, there's something on the... Can't go in there. Dead body in there. Ooh, we can take the stairs now. We haven't been on the stairs yet. Check your corners. Thanks for being here, buddy. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna keep going here. Very interesting. Okay, so now we're like in the workroom.
As the investigation has shown, the police have established that the brutal murder of the family of the famous doctor of psychology was caused by the local gardener, Edward S.
Edward S. So they won't give the last name. What do y'all see? I see nothing. Maybe the whole thing is if you see pictures and something's wrong with you, if you actually see something in it. Or I guess it's all... Whoop, there's another figure. Okay. Now there was a third figure somewhere. Edward S. I wonder if he's got two first names. Maybe it's Edward Stephen. And then Stephen Dial. Guess we'll find out. I mean, creepy bathroom. I wasn't that close for that to go off, but I do like the jump scare attempt. You know, with all my shorts and everything, you know, I like the jump scares. Just looking to see if there's a doll or anything. We're finding a rubber ducky everywhere. That must be like some kind of collectible. That kind of got me. Stay away from that one. Keeping our eye on that. Alright. Don't know what that was. I like the sound design. Is that our other personality trying to break through? Oh! Oh! We're in a wheelchair now. It's not letting me change direction. It's not letting me hit the brakes either. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Faster, faster. It's quite the nightmare. Alright, so I don't know if we're Steven right now. Well, probably not Steven. Probably Edward. And this therapy is to try to combine the two. Oh, having trouble seeing. Alright, I'm going to try to stay the bird. Fly into the light. Alright, well, let me touch that yet. I guess we'll answer the phone. Wow, okay.
Thank you, honey. But why?
It's too dark, I can't see. What is that? Is this a flashlight? Can we actually... Okay. Okay, we can't go that way, so... Oh, we never got... Oh, yeah, we did get a key. Okay, this is Eddie's van, right? Oh, no, we already did get a key. Okay, so wasn't Eddie parked? Train, lights, against the shadow monsters. Okay, so we need the light to defeat these shadows. It's all shaky. Come on. It won't let me back out. I was trying to back out after I did that. Well, that's not fair. I thought the light's how you defeat them. Can we go on the other side of this? Yeah, okay, let's explore a little bit. What's this? Well, we found another duck. Just looks like planting stuff. Looks broken. Okay, so we need like a tool to fix it. Okay. We're going to turn the lights on to stop the monsters. But in order to do that, let's continue on this path. See if we can find some wires. Little maintenance shed. Probably some wires in here or something, right? Sometimes I suffer terribly because I have to restrain myself. When I see you preparing dinner, holding a beautiful knife in your hand, I imagine us, together with cold steel in your bowels. I look at your beautiful eyes, glazed with tears, and your life slowly fades. I dream of giving you a last kiss on your fitting lips, Eddie. Okay, so Eddie's a psychopath. We'll see if my theory's correct, but I'm pretty sure Eddie, it happens to be a psychologist that has the split personality. Steven and Eddie are the same person, I have a feeling. Oh, tape? I mean, what? Is that electrical tape? Is that supposed to have... Whoa! Is that somehow supposed to fix the electrical wiring? I doubt it. Now, I kind of want to see what's on this side before we go. Oh, okay. Papers, Barry, Shadow Man. Let's see, paper. And Barry the Shadow Man. Oh, it's because I know where the shovel was and all. Okay, so that we already know we can't go. So we have to defeat it with the lights. There we go. So the light helps. What's this? Dead body buried in garden. As a result of an ongoing investigation, police have found the body of Theodore Dow, the son of a well-known psychologist, was murdered and buried in a greenhouse on premises by gardener Edward S. The rest of the writing is upside down. Don't know what the mouse does. Unless it fools something. Oh, I was just...
Come for me, please. Mom is lying here. She is so cold.
Okay, is that like the sun trying to tell us from the other side? Like, hey, she's also buried there. They never found her body or something, maybe? All right, let's take a look at this. Shadow's in the room. He's next to the phone. Let's turn that off. It's loud. Anything on the picture? The ring. Wow. I got goosebumps. That'll give me some chills. All right, so the sun... It was like he was by the phone. Now I'm just double checking this to see if anything's changed. Okay. Like in our head, it's all crashing down on us. All right, let's check our son's room, or what's made up to be our son's room. He had a phone next to him. Unforgiving crows. Animal psychology. Every morning. Oh, here. Every morning, 2 crows named Thought and Memory are released and fly above the world. Yeah, let's see those pictures that are turned down. Let's check this out. Alright, Shadow Man and a crow. Or what is that? Is that even a Shadow Man still? It just looks like a crow. Alright, a knife in mommy. The art connoisseur. That's a good drawing there. The bear. Okay, so maybe I'm not sure, but the fire may have nothing to do with it, because what I saw was the fire in that first like little video thing, but apparently the fire had nothing to do with it. Famous psychologist accused by the Committee of Ethics. An experimental method for treating severe psychological disorders developed by Stephen Dow has been raising controversy for a long time. After sessions conducted at the doctors, the condition of patients significantly deteriorate. Yet Dr. Dow is convinced of the procedure's correctness. The American Association of Psychologists has conducted interviews among the people examined with the use of Dow's films. The investigation led to a former patient who has committed suicide following his experimental sessions. The young girl threw herself under a speeding train. The psychologist treating her is known to have hidden all traces and methods leading to the patient. The doctor has even gone as far as falsifying the autopsy files to avoid consequences. The Medical Ethics Committee has put Dow's right to exercise profession at stake, and the injured family has announced legal proceedings. Okay, so I guess his methods don't work. He was treating an Edward. Now, I still think it's the same person. But he was treating an Edward, and then Edward ended up killing the split personality guy ended up killing his family. Like, you're supposed to let him do it through his dream or whatever. But I'm afraid that memory may return. Okay. Here we go.
Patient. Data. Today is 28th of March. March. No. Weird case. Only experimental methods. Only experimental. No. Why him? Why?
He's talking to himself. He's crazy.
Why him? I don't know. Weird case. Weird case.
It doesn't sound like the same doctor, dude. I mean, it's his voice, but didn't seem correct. I'm just checking back there. All right, so we checked all this. Let me jump out the window. We already checked all that. All right, let's go check our little phone again. That's a busy signal.
On Monday, Eddie was born.
We're controlling it, so I guess we'll walk. See what's going on down here. On Monday, Eddie was born.
Friday, he had a family on his own. Wednesday, his dreams did not allow him to sleep.
It's all crashing out on us.
So on Thursday day, he visited the doctor to confess so deep. Friday night, he did what the doctor told him to do.
To finish out his dream.
And Saturday, he did not have his family. He did the do. The Sunday morning, he slept dull. The doctor was right. Nightmares have gone.
Of course, the nightmares are gone. Okay, so he did what the doctor told him to do. So maybe that means if he did what the doctor told him to do, so maybe it's not the same person. But the doctor got blamed for the methods. All right, so maybe it's not the same person and I was wrong. And now we're just going to...
My name is Dr.
I think it's the same person, but I may be wrong. Finish that test. Well, we already seen that. See, that was back in the place. Okay. It won't let us look at that one. He's trying to test new therapies. I still think my theory may be correct and they may be the same person. But there is a chance that they are two different people. And the doctor was blamed for these therapies not working and basically forcing patients to do this. This is freaky. Theodore is a very talented child. He is very calm and he has the character of a dreamer. We already saw that. Miss Johnson, teacher. Okay, yeah, we've already... Oh, now we're collecting it? I was going to say, we've already read that. That's the first time we've seen the piano.
Honey, gain control over him, please.
Her husband has split personality. She's telling her husband to gain control over the split one. Teddy's third birthday was great. The party was held in our garden. All dishes and desserts were made from fruits, and we picked there. The only thing that got me worried was that Stephen took an active interest in Teddy's mental development. He is only 3 months. He's only 3, and his father has already forced him to learn to read. Have to talk to him. There's nothing wrong with starting early. Where is the border between a dream and reality? What is our life? Is it that what is dreamt or that what is dream about? We already saw this. Yeah, we already read this. It's giving it to us again, trying to merge these personalities, I'm guessing. I wonder if the doctor... We'll see if my theories... We'll see if my theory's right, and the doctor and Eddie are the same person. But the doctor is giving bad advice. Whoa. And now we're trapped. It's not like I can jump. Oh, there's the duck. All right, we found another ducky. See if there's any other doors. Are we navigating this crazy person's mind, trying to get her back to combine the two personalities of what happened? All right, so this is pretty freaky. We're just going to sprint through. All right, it's storming.
Can I get into the bathroom for a while?
Okay, so she's trying to get into the bathroom. We've been seeing these everywhere. Crow. The kid was saying mommy's cold, so my guess is mommy's under there. It's like buried under there or something, and that's where we'll find her. Alright, so I guess let's go check the bathroom. Yep, nothing else is working. Everything's back to normal here. What's this? Oh, there's a new room we haven't been in yet. Okay, here's a little vanity. Due to too many responsibilities, I don't have time to take care of our garden. I have asked Steven to help me, to hire someone to help. At least that much he can offer. That's all I can ask for. Alright, can't stand these maniacal attempts to make a genius of our child. Stephen is out of line. Taking our child to hospital and testing him with mental development methods is a sick fad. Sometimes, I think that this marriage was a big mistake. I would drive Teddy to his grandma. He could use a little break from his father. Okay, so it sounds like they're having problems. But what's that to do with multiple personality? Psychology, methods, history. Okay, yeah. Wasn't sure if it was like some kind of clue that we needed. Alright. Nothing quite in there that we need. Won't let us open that. Can't go upstairs. We're gonna check. We go check Theodore's room again. Well, now it's different. Okay, so now it's in the past where he's just a baby. He obviously weren't drawing pictures back when he was just a baby. Alright, we have to find a key. Alright, well, let's, can't go there. Alright, so does that mean, okay. Does that mean if we go back to the bedroom, we can grab a towel? Like we're playing along. It's not letting me pick that. I should have picked that letter up. I have mixed feelings about our relation. Stephen is my employer, and I owe him a lot. I know this is not a discussion to be held through a letter. Let's meet in the garden in 2 days, the usual spot. So Edward and the wife of Stephen having a little connection. She having an affair with her husband's split personality, maybe? Is that what's going down?
I'm staying at my parents' house with Teddy tonight.
Okay. My son's playing a game. I'm guessing that's what that was. Whatever it was loud. I never did look behind us. Okay. Dear Abraham, thank you so much for sending Dr. Alfred Bennett's publication to the verification of children's IQ. Thanks to it, I have come up with a great idea. I will not let you in on the details yet. I do not want to jinx it. All I can say is that it will be connected with increasing the IQ of very small children in the initial part of their mental development. It will be revolutionary. Imagine this. Intellectual elites develop from their earliest age to advance our world in science. And mankind may witness great discoveries thanks to my research. It says, greetings, Stephen. Oh, okay. Alright, so Stephen, yes, is the husband and the doctor. Doing some craziness. Alright, so we need a key to get into our son's thing. We need a key to get into there, too. Alright.
Research theme. The test of the therapy increasing the intelligence among children. The subject of the research, Theodore Dowell. The first attempts to increase IQ, I started using suggestion and manipulation method during REM sleep. The subject handled the experiment very well. I began the observation and started the manual visual tests phase.
Okay, so he's testing on his son. He's testing something. Let's see what this is. Okay, I guess nothing. I don't know what that is. Just kind of looks like shadows. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe we have to put something in there. We have to find the tape. We need a key though. Alright, we can't go back in there. Stairway's blocked. Let's check room 6 again real quick. Might have to take the elevator down. Yep, no, this is in there. Practical psychology. Nothing to pick up in there. Alright, so I guess we are heading to the basement. Here we go again. Let's head on down. Here we are again. Okay, so we're not going to be able to get out of here until we fix the lights. Looks like it's where they're doing experiments on people. That's creepy. Oh, okay, so let's take a look. That one. So that's got those two. That one's just a one. Okay, so this one's those two. And that cuts off that one. Okay, trying to figure out how these work here. Let's reset it. 1, 4, and 5. Well, that does 1 and 4. 2 and 4. Nice. I don't know what that key's to, but that's pretty freaky. Alright. Let's move on, shall we? Now that light's broken, so we're going to have to find something if we're going to get out of here. The little creature monsters has got us. Light bulb, okay. Well, that makes it easy. But we are going to head into this other one just to see... Got any more lore, mystery elements in here? Not a single thing, huh? Interesting. Alright. Now they're blocking our exit, so let's put the light down. Now can we go in there? Nope. Okay. Whew. Interesting. Hello, anybody out there? All right. We got the key. Well, there's two keys. There was the... How do I go up to... I need to go up to the other room. Unless this key is for this trunk in here. Okay, it is. Dear Abraham, it's all gone down. My entire plan. All of it. Everything was based on suggestion and on an attempt to manipulate dreams in the REM phase. I was testing on my son, Teddy. I thought it would not be harmful. That I had nothing to lose. On the contrary, I would be the one to form the first genius in the family created with this method. His marks at school are higher, indeed, but he lacks empathy, and he has started to be afraid of the darkness. My wife forbade me to continue my research. Why did I even attempt to try this on my own son? I've abandoned this project and sending your materials back. Thank you for them. I will not need them anymore. P.S. I may have an interesting patient soon. Stephen. Whoa! I didn't even see exactly what that was, but it scared me. It won't let me back there, and it won't let me open the door. Oh, something changed over here. It won't let me... Okay, they knocked that over. Looking at the shadow, but I don't see nothing. The little shadow monster stuff. Whoa! I need to break this cycle somehow. Okay. Where's the very nice pretty garden? Never did get that key for our boys' room. Okay, it won't let me back there. Okay, well, let's go this way. Alright, it's very pretty today. See, a nice pretty day. Turn to horror. Okay, it won't let me run off into the water. Break this cycle, huh? Anything in here to help break the cycle? Okay, maybe we can use that to break the back of the greenhouse to escape this nightmare. Let's see. This is very pretty, though. This doesn't look so scary now, does it? This has been a very interesting story. I'm very curious. All right. Pretty deer. Everything's all peaceful. There's no way this is how this is going to end. Just seeing if there's anything. Yeah, there's no way it's going to end peaceful like this. I mean, it's possible, but let's find out here. I should do something. I should still do something here. Yeah, we're going to go take over a look at that. I just want to see what it said. It's pretty. September 11th. The strange sessions with Teddy have allowed to obtain the outcomes that my husband so strongly desired. Is a toxic father-son relation worth it? Teddy is no longer as happy as he had been before. He had become very afraid of the darkness. On one hand, this is normal at his age. I truly don't know. I can only rely on Eddie, but he seems strange recently. I have been trying to improve my marriage, but the complete lack of Steven's interest is just killing me. He is constantly talking about his new treatment method. I feel imprisoned in this relationship. I cannot see any future for it. I know it's a bit reckless, but I'm beginning to feel freer with Eddie. I enjoy the interest that only he is giving me. Well, and then let me guess, y'all had a little picnic affair? I still think my theory is correct. I still think the doctor and Eddie are the same person. She's having an affair with Steven's split personality, but she married Steven. I'm holding forward. It's not letting me turn or nothing, though. Oh. It's starting to get all bright. It's trying to look under the water. Oh, we're back here again. Pile of books.
Increasing the intelligence among children.
August 17th, 73. Okay, this is before all that. Teddy's third birthday was great. The party was held in our garden. All dishes and desserts were made. Okay, we already did that. Okay, we already saw that. Find every note and letter. Okay, so we found everything. You got the whole story here, at least. You didn't miss nothing. Although there was that one chest in his room.
Happy, just for a while, to fulfill my dreams. During our romance, we met in the garden.
So she met Eddie in the garden. Strange sessions with Teddy have allowed to obtain the outcome that... Okay, we are that. Can we rotate it? No, won't let us rotate it. Okay, we just saw that. And they often met in the garden. So there's secret notes about talking about flowers. We're probably talking about meeting times and stuff. Some kind of code.
The subject handled the experiment very well.
Fortune teller. Got anything here? Any keys? Let me go check the side of this one. See if there's any hidden keys. Because I don't know if we're coming up to the end or what. The thing seeing that we've seen every note kind of tells me that there is no more notes. Okay. We're going to find ourselves in the courtroom.
I hereby open the trial against Edward about Susan Dowell. I hereby open the trial against Edward.
Now, was it Edward or was it the Breed and Birds Taxidermy? Richard Birdman. 7th birthday. Happy birthday, Stephen. Dead. Is there a twist I don't know about, or let's try this other side. Anything? No. Oh, a door. Maybe I was wrong with my theory. I don't know. I see a handprint in there. Is this the twist? This is all in our head, all this. We're in the insane asylum. This is our home. I see a handprint there. There's a phone I can't get to. What's going on here? Let's see what this says. Interrogation Pro. In the case of the murder of Susan Dow and Theo Dow, Edward Sugarty, by Samuel Wilson. After many attempts to make contact with the suspect, we still do not have any information. The accused is constantly smiling and indistinctly repeating a sentence that reads, "The nightmares have stopped." His gaze is absent. He does not maintain eye contact with the interlocutor. He probably does not make anything of the position that he is in. Without the presence of a forensic psychologist, we are not able to obtain more information. It is assumed that the case will be closed with an insanity plea. I still want answers, though. Can we see what's on the other side of the glass? Will it let me in here?
Good. So maybe you would tell us about your authorial therapy. What do you think, Mr. Dow? Can you hear me? It's better now, isn't it? So, can we continue? Great. Did you know that Susan Dow was pregnant?
Ooh. Alright. Forensic psychologist Vanessa Green. Okay. Thanks to Mrs. Vanessa, we have managed to come in contact with the suspect. It has been established that he is single. He worked as a gardener for the Dow family. He said that for the last months he had been taking part in a therapy and that it was to cure him from his split personality disorder. He admitted that he had killed his wife and child, but, as he emphasized, he had not done it in his dream because Dr. Dow had told him to do so. He had done it in his dream. Okay. It had been part of his therapy. We have finally figured it out. It is necessary to speak with Miss Dr. Dow. John, I know that tomorrow is Borman shift, so I've hidden the key for the door switches in a safe place. Don't tell him anything. Let's drive him nuts for a while. For the door switches in a safe place. Well, what would be a safe place? Locker? Alright, let's go down this way. Alright, we're trying to get something. So maybe Dr. Dow is a separate person. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Man, I'm finding all them ducks. It's probably just some kind of trophy. Probably nothing crazy. Another ink blot. Don't know what the point of those are. They don't give us any information. And it just took us to the other side. Hold on, I want to get my bearings. Okay. So that's all that was in there. Okay. I guess let's keep going. Alright, let's see what we got here. So we're like seeing the police station stuff. Alright, witness Stephen Dow. The suspect is shocked. There is no rational contact with him. It is understandable in his position. He hasn't said anything new. After the murder, there were many different comments from the psychology world in the press. The witness has only mentioned that his therapy for curing a mental split disorder had been very ineffective. He hasn't commented on that. Okay, so he was trying to help Edward, but then Edward was also seeing his wife. So maybe that's the, like, connection. You know? Whoop, and that's also locked. How are we supposed to figure out that one? Okay, so we have a combination lock and then the key to the door switches. Let's see what we find first. Right, left, right. Okay, right, left on the X, right on the X. Let's hear it again. Come on. Should be the dots, right? Well, first it sounded like 5, but okay, I think the last one's 7 or 2. I have to figure out what. All right, if the first one's the buttons, which I think it is. Okay, the last one's 7. The longer pauses are the dashes. The last one's 7. 3. Pretty sure that's 3, but it sounds like 5, I guess, because it's longer. It's tricky. 3. Almost sounds like it twice. I think it's 387. 3. No, that's 2. 327. That second one's a 2, right? Yep. 327. All right, so we got the door code thing, so let's go do that. I still kind of want to investigate. Where's that? We also saw this. Okay. Look at that. It's like I know Morse code or something. Which I'm unfamiliar. But I get the beeps. Okay, so that code, that'll go to the door lock. So we're escaping. Is this some kind of like escape attempt from the police station? It's in here, right? All right. No idea what that does. Where's the phone at? Oh, that's right. It was in the room across from us when we were walking.
Listen, Bowman, give me some creeps, Doctor. I won't manage alone.
Examination conducted by Dr. Maslow's team should not be taken into consideration during the investigation. Dr. Maslow could influence examination in order to help his friend. Dr. Bender said. Dr. Dow was known for his controversial method of treatment and the is fact that in the past he has probably led to a patient's death, he adds. Okay. Back to court, starting to come together a little bit. I kind of want to see both the defense and the prosecution.
I hereby open the trial against Edward about Susan Dowell and Theodore Dowell's murder. Do the prosecutor and counsel wish to say anything before the trial is started?
I would like to enclose the report about my client's insanity to the evidence, as well as recordings made by Dr. Dowell during the therapy.
Mr. Edward, could you tell us about the relation that was between you and Mrs. Susan Dow, Dr. Stephen Dow's wife, that tried to cure you? I would like to enclose documents from Susan Dow's autopsy to the evidence. Basing on these, Your Honor, as well as the jury can get to know that the victim was pregnant with the defendant.
Uh-oh. It's pregnant with the defendant. After the appearance of new evidence, which is Susan Dow's autopsy protocol, we have come to know that she was in the first month of pregnancy. Furthermore, the father of the child is suspect Edward. We have established that Stephen had a motive and the skills to manipulate Edward. During interrogation, the suspect showed lack of contact with his interlocutors. He experienced ambivalent states, from hysteria attacks to complete apathy. During interrogation, the accompanying psychologist came up with a thesis about Mr. Dow's insanity, which might have been caused by many traumatic experiences in a short period of time. Suspect Stephen Dow. Okay. suspect, Edward. Stephen had a motive and skills to manipulate Edward. Okay. Lack of contact. He experienced ambivalent states from hysteria attacks to complete apathy. The accompanying psychologist came up with a thesis about Mr. Dow's insanity. So Mr. Dow is insane. Right? We all know that, right?
I opened the trial against Stephen Dowell about malpractice against Edward, period, that caused Susan and Theodore Dowell's death. Does the prosecutor and counsel wish to say anything before the trial is started?
My client, as a doctor, always takes care about patients' welfare. In the enclosed evidence, Your Honor may read about many difficult cases that have been cured by the defendant. He was trying to cure his protege at any cost to ease the pain.
How's his
I would
protege?
like to enclose to the evidence
He's a
the
gardener.
description of one therapy conducted by the defendant, which, as we can read, also finished with a failure. The girl, with similar illness like Edward, who under the influence of the therapy made suicide.
And did the defendant realize that his wife was pregnant, not with him, but with Edward?
It's getting juicy. It's getting juicy. I want to see what they got. Oh, we already saw that. Tragic events from our friend's past had a very bad influence on his mental health condition, says Dr. Abrams, a friend of the accused, suspected of manipulating Dr. Stephen Dow, which has led him to murder his family. I did not remember saying that Stephen pretended to have mental competence. I've examined him. He was also examined by other psychologists and psychiatrists who were strange to him. So Stephen did it. So what happened to Edward? I mean, is Edward was a patient? I mean, like, he manipulated him because he knew they were having an affair? That could be the case too. See, that could be the case too. Instead of Edward and Stephen being the same person, which it seems like it, that's kind of what we're doing this. It could be... Alright, we're in a padded cell, I'm guessing.
Stephen, can I see you in my office?
So maybe it's not the same person. It's all kind of phasey over there. Alright, are we getting to it? Are we... Now, if that's the office, hold on. Let me look around. Won't let us turn that off. I'm just making sure there wasn't no like little hidden things around. Alright. Guess that's it. Let's go to the office. Doctor of Psychology. Okay, it doesn't tell us anything. I mean, we're clearly a patient. Just looking around. Woman receives 30 stab wounds 2 days after the child is strangled during sleep. The father of the family is the one responsible for the commission of all these horrible acts.
How are you feeling today? Everything's okay? I think it's time to show you something. Let's go to the next room. Have a seat and make yourself comfortable.
No one's in here. Alright. Didn't see nobody. Alright, is this going to give us the story? Let me look around real quick. In case there's any rubber duckies or everything. We have been collecting all of it. Okay, let me guess. This film is going to be bad?
Our relationship started to pass away suddenly. Stephen treated me like a lodger, unwanted person, with whom he lived because it was a kind of interest. And I started to live on memories and projections that were so beautiful in my head, so perfect. Stephen was in them like years before, like when we moved into our new house and we planned to make a big garden, only for us. These memories made me stronger, helped me to survive, and wait for tomorrow with hope. First time, I thought that maybe I'm only dreaming. Before the projections about him became ridiculously strong, he came to me like before, smiling happy, with sparkles in his eyes. Similar situations repeated in the next weeks, and I, instead of looking for their source, was waiting till my loving Stephen came back, just for a while, to feel like before, like years ago. At the beginning of our relationship, Stephen often told me about interesting things from the psychology ward. During his studies, he met with the case of a patient with multiple personalities. I remember well this case because it seemed to be very exciting. So many different personalities in one body that differ in IQ, beliefs, talents, and even visual acuity. I hid my husband's illness to meet with Eddie, his second personality.
Okay. So we were right.
Just for a while, to fulfill my dreams. During our romance, we often met in the garden. Today,
So it's the same person,
Ian talked
but
to
different.
me. He is in very bad condition. Stephen's therapy started to even scare him, he says. He must make terrible things to be cured and finally take a breath. As a last resort, I will send this recording to Abraham.
Okay, so there it is. We were right all along. Stephen and Eddie are the same person. The wife didn't say nothing because she liked the attention she was getting from Eddie, which was a completely different personality. So she didn't even tell Stephen that he had multiple personalities, so he didn't even know. So there it is. There's our answer. Our theory was right from the beginning. Now what? Okay, now everything's upside down. Cut of that. I'm trying to walk here. 1408. You guys know what that's from? This little Easter egg, I guess, to... Whoa! That scared me. Easter egg to... We are insane. To the movie 1408 in the hotel room. That's a good movie. I really liked it. Okay, we know the truth now. Does that mean we're cured now? We are definitely tormented for what we did. Don't blame them. So Stephen manipulated his patient Eddie, which was himself, into seeing nightmares. And that's where she's buried, right? Now I can't see where we're going. Got a glare. There we go. Need some kind of light. I have a feeling this is probably the end here. And we are in hell. Okay. I appreciate you all being here. Hope you enjoyed this one. I know it's a little longer. That's okay. Alright, so I guess that's what we were supposed to do. Look, all the souls. Alright, here we go. Now this part may be muted right here because the music may be copyrighted. That's a good story though. So basically, that was good. Bravo, Red Limb Studios. So basically, Stephen had split personality, we called it, with Eddie. And then Eddie, one of his personalities, he was trying to help with therapy because he was having these bad dreams. It's so weird. Eddie was on trial for murder, but then his split personality, Stephen, was on trial for causing it. All very wild and crazy. That was a good one, though. I do like the story. I'm glad we were able to call it early. It was very good. Very good. But anyway, appreciate you all being here. The end screen will have a couple options for you. And a couple things are changing up for September. right before quarter 4 and all the new scary, spooky games come out. But take care, everybody. Have a good one. Ooh, spooky. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you all being here. Please like and subscribe. And here's some other scary options if you want to keep the scares coming. Take care, everybody. Have a wonderful rest of your day.